Well, what's going on, all my new current and future rideshare drivers out there? Welcome back to the channel. I'm rideshare driver Dustin, and today I got some crazy information that just came along my way, and I read the article myself. I wish I had more information so I knew exactly what to say about all this, but seems like New York City has passed the bill for Uber and Lyft drivers to actually get minimum wage there. Now, we do know they were also the first place to have people do the have Uber start the in-app tipping. So, you know, who knows how this is going to go. Now, like I said, this is the only article so far I've seen on it. It's from the Engadget. I have it in the description below of all this. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Yes, they're capping drivers in New York. They're doing that. They're raising the minimum. I guess they're going to give all drivers minimum wage. I'm going to go ahead and read this a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and go through. Because I guess this just came out like 3 hours, a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and go through. Because I guess this just came out like 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago. But they passed the bill or something today. So, it says, app-based contract drivers will receive $17.22 per hour going forward. Now, that alone, I mean, that can be good for the crappier markets, but in the markets where it's good and you're making good money, where it says a minimum, that's also going to mean your maximum, besides tips and everything. So, I'm not really sure how I'm feeling about this already, just because the simple fact of a lot of drivers that know exactly what they're doing and whatnot make a lot more than $17.22 an hour. Oh, no, man, my eye's still messed up. Everyone always needs to wear safety glasses. If it says use safety glasses, use it. But now, right here, like I said, I'm so shocked about this right now, that $17.22 an hour going forward. This says New York City's Taxi and Limousine Commission voted today to establish a minimum wage for drivers working for companies like Uber, Lyft, Juno, and Via. The city is the first in the U.S. to set a minimum pay rate for app-based drivers. Going forward, drivers will be earning $17.22. Now, yeah, see, that's what I'm saying right there. When I see a minimum, that also is like my maximum too, because I don't get how they're going to start paying us just by the hour. It says $17.22 per hour after expenses. So I guess technically we should be making way more than that, but it's going to say at least a minimum. But I'm still not sure how this pay rate is going to go. It says bringing it in line with the city's $15 per hour. So I guess the minimum wage in New York City is already $15 an hour. It says the additional $2.22 takes into account contract drivers' payroll taxes and paid time off. Paid time off, people. So that's what that extra $2.22 is going to go towards. Everyone knows I don't like reading whole articles. Like I said, the link to this article will be in the description below for everyone to see themselves. I guess the Independent Drivers Guild is taking credit for getting most of this done. Which, you know, hey, if that's what they want to do in New York. But I know I don't want to be an employee. I do not want to be an Uber or Lyft employee. Exactly, Christian. I like being an independent contractor, guys. That's what I like doing. So now, it doesn't say in this article at all, like, what are the stipulations to making this $17.22? Does that mean you can no longer cancel any rides? Do you have to take every ride? So that's the more things I want to know. But in here, it says something about a pay floor raise, excluding tips, deadhead pay. So I guess they're going to pay you more. Like if you're in New York City and you have to leave to Jersey or something and then come back, I guess you're going to get paid for that actual hour on coming back. Because, like I said, I wish there was more info on this. Just the fact that this thing got passed and this is really happening just makes you think. Now, I don't know. I mean, Uber and Lyft technically could pull out. They could pull out of New York just like that. You know what I'm saying? They could be like, what? You want to raise the rates? Smack-a-bitch time. And they could just be like, bam, be gone. But I don't know. Now, Lyft was more inclined to speak. Oh, my light went off. Oh, hold on. Let me fix that. I had it off too long. Okay. Lyft actually believes drivers should earn a livable wage and are committed to helping drivers reach their goals, the company told Engadget. Unfortunately, the TLC's proposed pay rules undermine competition by allowing certain companies to pay drivers lower wages and disincentive drivers from giving rides to and from areas outside Manhattan. See? Now, what they don't know right here, everybody give a like to the Smakovich. That's right. I'm still waiting to get the other one in order. Right here, though, it says Uber says they support this, you know what I'm saying, whether anyone driving a taxi, limo, or an Uber are able to make a living wage without harming outer borough riders who have been ignored by yellow taxi and underserved by mass transit. Now, this does say in here, though, here it goes. This is what everyone needs to understand, that this might kind of, I don't know if it's destroy Uber and Lyft up there, but the fact is, the TLC rules does not take into account incentive or bonuses, forcing companies to raise rates even higher. So they're going to be raising the rider rates way higher from reading this to be able to pay all the drivers, you know, this $17.22. So does that mean if they do this and they raise the rates, are people going to even keep taking Uber and Lyft if they cost as much as taxis? So, like I said, this is just all a recent development. I guess this isn't supposed to, it says the new regulations shall take effect in like 30 days. So I guess this will be probably next year for 2019. But I am curious to hell on how this is going to happen. It says, the TLC is choosing to adopt an industry-wide utilized rate that does not hold basis accountable for keeping cars full with paying passengers. Because does that mean then we're going to start getting paid even if we don't have people in our cars? You know what I'm saying? If you're making $17.22 an hour, that means you just turn that app on, and if you don't get any pings, I guess that's what you're going to make? That's what I'm curious about. You are part-time. Yes, I am a part-time driver, and I'm not hating on any full-time drivers. I want to make sure that's clear. You know what I'm saying? I just know I don't want to be labeled an Uber or Lyft employee. For those that do want to be, hey, you know, more power to you, but I do not like the fact of, I don't know how this is even going to work out. They're going to raise it. They're going to give everybody a rate. But what if there's no longer people wanting to pay that much money to get on, to get a ride anymore? That's what I'm curious of. But like I said, I'm not going to read the whole article. It'll be in the description below for everyone else to see. And I'm trying to get to the comments so I can see what you guys are saying. Because from my understanding, if everyone likes this idea, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If everyone somehow likes that idea. But I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to say that because I won't have thumbs up. I don't think a lot of people do not want to be employees from Uber or Lyft. The bottom line, because then they're going to tell us what we have to do, when we have to do it. And everyone already complains now that they take so much of our fare, but we can't, you know, we can still deny rides. But if we're an employee, you can no longer deny those rides. So that's what I want to know, how this new pay structure is going to actually work out. Are you actually going to have to take every ride that comes your way? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't like that. I don't like that option right there because I don't want to drive 20 minutes to go pick somebody up. They're already telling you what you do. They don't tell me, baby. That's a negative Ghost Rider. Oh, hell no. I pick and choose what I want. Let me go through these comments. Oh, we got a lot of people watching. What's going on, everybody? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody up in here, give me the thumbs up. Oh. Trying to get them up in here. Uber pulling out of those markets. See, that's what I think too. A lot of people think Uber is going to be pulling out of these markets. So, I don't know for sure. I don't want to actually say that or anything, but I don't know how Uber is going to make this feasible. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's all about their bottom line. It's always been about their bottom line. If they're not making money, they always took it from us drivers. You know what I'm saying? They'd lower our rates just a little more and a little more, you know what I mean, to make sure they can pay themselves off. So now how this is going to go, I don't know. I don't know. No more surge, no more promotions. Yep. I guarantee you there won't be any more promotions anymore or surge. That's right, because you're going to be an employee working for $17.22 an hour. So, yeah. That's... But you get paid by number of the passengers you transport? No, I don't think it said that. Oh, no. I don't think it said that at all. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to catch up real quick while everyone's talking. Does everybody think this is a good deal? Good idea, yes or no? Does everybody want to be an Uber employee? I'm thinking they don't. No sounds good, Dustin. Oh, some people saying it's good. The tolls from New York to Jersey is like $45 back and forth. Damn! Oh, hell no. That's a hell of a toll right there. What's going on, everybody? Jim Meme said Uber suck, bro. Don't talk about Lyft. Why not, Tiffany? Lyft's the one that actually replies back to this in this article to people. Lyft is whack, bro. Oh, what's going on, Malta Damn, I can say that. Malta McMurchie. Thank you, man. I appreciate the super chat, bro. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Backseat driver says it's great news. What even about the tipping hires? No one will ever tip anymore. Yeah. If they raise those rates so much that, yeah, I don't think people will tip a whole lot anymore. Trump is trolling. Now, I did like the fact that whole deadhead paid back. That I do like. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have to drive miles back. But in a way, at the end of the year, there's still tax write-offs. So, I'm still not going to trade that over $17.22 an hour. I'm sure everybody saw my one video. I made, I forgot what it was like $150 or something in 40 minutes. I mean, it was a lucky ride, don't get me wrong. But I don't want to have anything where I'm capped at only making $17.22 an hour. Oh, what's going on, Jeremiah Sanders? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I just saw that. Thank you so much. Anthony says they will pay by the hour now and they will raise the rate more but still be cheaper and still make money. Jeannie says, Dustin, listen to the podcast that came out today. See, I might have to. But just seeing this article and everything, it was too crazy not to go ahead and just try to go live and talk about this because this is pretty much a big shocker, everybody. I mean, we all know like New York, California, and Texas, they're pretty much like their own countries inside the U.S. So they do everything totally different. Like in New York, people have to have a TNC license. They have to have all these other things to actually have a business license. Down here in Florida, you turn the damn app on and that's it. You were an independent contractor. TLC, yeah, my bad. TLC, the TLC. You're mean. It sounds like you finally got your wife's and kids could. What? It sounds like you finally got your wife and kids could. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, man. But yeah, me, everyone saw me. I had the little eye patch on. As you can see, my eyes still messed up. I was doing the yard. Didn't have safety glasses on. Shit got in my eye, and yeah, it's really red, and it sucks. So that's why I haven't been around for like the last week, guys. Walmart pays more and you get benefits. $17.22 an hour is great in New York, maybe, but that's because the minimum wage in New York is already $15. You know what I'm saying? So you're getting an extra $2.22 more. So like down here in Florida, that would really be like $10 an hour. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all about location where you live, and the cost of living everywhere. Not worth driving for $17 an hour. See, I agree with that. I don't want to do that either. I mean, if they're saying that's a minimum, that just means it's like a maximum. So that's why I'm really, really interested to know how all of this is going to go into play. Of course, they all just, you got smart and your wife punched you, tell us all. She smack-a-bitched my ass. She said, well, you ain't gonna take trash out? Wow. You better go out there and drive and get my money. Are they keeping the rest if making over? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I wish I knew more about this, but just the fact that they're even going to implement this is a big step. And all those people, you know, a lot of the people that wanted the minimum wage and stuff are in New York. So I guess that was the place to start it out. But only getting $17.22 an hour, giving the riders more complaining power. Yeah, exactly. the riders are going to get more pissed off that they're going to have to pay more for the same trip that they were doing a month ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, tips are probably pretty much going to be gone. All those incentives and bonuses and stuff are going to be gone. You're just going to be going out there driving literally for $17.22 an hour. I mean, the only good thing is still you get your miles to write off, but man, it's not too bad, but it's not that great. I mean, this is only in New York, okay? So like if I, like here in Florida or, you know, Chicago, anywhere else, if it implemented that, it doesn't mean you're going to make $17.22 in Florida, you know what I'm saying, or $17.22 in Chicago, California. You know what I'm saying, like that? The cost of living for wherever you are is how they're going to probably judge that. So Dustin and guys, is this going to affect only New York? As far as I know right now, this is only going to affect New York, guys. As far as I know, and far as I can tell and read, and I tried to find some other things about it. I guess someone just told me about a podcast, which I assume that meant Uber put out. So I'll probably have to listen to that to know more exactly. But if they're only paying you a minimum of $17.22, you'll be considered an employee, so you cannot write off for mileage. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Oh, man. That is true. If you are no longer an independent contractor, you don't get to write off those miles. So now let me tell you what, $17.22 and not writing off any miles is definitely not fucking worth it. That's my opinion. No, no, no. I like to write off my miles. I use the miles for other things that I do. So, is there benefits with this? Not as far as I know. No, no, no. They'll probably do what Grubhub does. I will smack a bitch anyone one trying down here in Texas. Jim says, I like to say that after 40 hours of app time, if a driver didn't make 17 an hour, they pay the difference. You know, I don't know. But you know what? That does sound like them. That's how they do what? Most of their bonus or guarantees or stuff like that. You're guaranteed to make $800, you know, in 50 trips. Well, it was good while it lasted. Peace out, Uber. Tony. Remember, guys, this is only in New York right now. So odds are they're going to test it, you know, or, you know, go with it. They don't have a choice to test it in New York. They're probably going to do it in New York and I guess see how it goes. Or they're going to bounce. You know what I'm saying? Uber's got two options. Uber and Lyft. All the app, it said, the article itself said app-based gigs. You know what I'm saying? So, any of them out there. How is that legal? You are an independent contractor. You are not employed under Uber, therefore they can't give a minimum wage. But I guess in New York they can, because in New York, that's what they pass now. So everyone else that's not in New York, as far as I know, don't worry about it right now. You know what I'm saying? Keep it in the back of your mind. Make sure if you're somehow these are your only gigs that you're trying to, you know, branch yourself out, get ready to do other things and whatnot. But yeah. Oh, David said that's something pretty good. $17.22 may be fine if they provide the car for us. You know what? I could agree with that. If they give me a vehicle and tell me to go drive it, I'm only making $17.22 an hour. I would be a lot less, you know, inclined to be pissed off because, you know, I ain't got to worry about the wear and tear, the miles, oil changes, tires, brakes, all that good stuff that goes along with it. So I could agree with that one in a way, but I don't think that's going to happen. That's not how it's going to work out. It'll be like, that's a negative, Ghost Rider. But they take away my mile write-offs. I'm definitely not going to be happy. I start a state job with a pension and 401k next month. There is a God. Hell yeah, Jim. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Daniel Roman, mine $1.75 per mile, 38 per minute, 255 base minimum rides, $8. Damn. I don't want it. I make more than that now. CV, the driver. See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of drivers that go out there and drive a lot and know their spot's really good and their market's the best, they are making more than $17.22 an hour. Let me tell you what. Okay, and all the people that, you know, have got private clienteles, which still run them through the app, or if you have the rideshare endorsement insurance and all that good crap and the right permits, you can ride hail all you want. But even the people like me, I have private clients that I run through the apps. I already discussed tips beforehand. I'll make more in tips than I will in the fares. So this $17.22 an hour, I can just, you know, smack a bitch. I don't want no $17.22 an hour. Now, I guess that would be good. I wonder if, people are going to take advantage of that, right? All the people like upstate New York, because I assume it's all of New York City. New York's New York. People way out in the sticks, they'll just leave their app on the entire time. Don't drive around, don't have to go nowhere. And you'll still get 17.22 an hour because your app was on. No, I don't know, though. I'm really curious to see how this is going to happen. I'm sure other people are going to report on this. Maybe they'll find out more information that I don't know. But I am definitely curious to see how this is going to play. New York City is a separate market than the rest of New York. Okay. Thank you there, Maction. I appreciate that. I thought so. Because then they have like upstate New York and everything else. Thanks for Trump, CNN, and Hillary. My friend does cocaine while Ubering. Oh, the things people say. I drive on profitable hours and still average more than $17.22 an hour. That's right, David. Jamie says, yeah, I'll be sitting on my couch and eating Cheerios and collect $17.22 an hour. Now that is funny right there. Carrie Boone says, please do a video when you find more information because we're all hearing this and scared shitless. Oh, yes. Believe me, when I find out more, I'm definitely going to report it. Like I said, I just found this out. I had like 3 people email me. Someone tagged me on my Facebook page, in my Facebook groups. So I was like, whoa. Let me look at this real quick, read it, and try to talk about it real quick. Because, damn. We all knew this was going to eventually come, at least for New York. Like I said, New York was the first people that got the in-app tipping. So, yeah. So it doesn't surprise me at all. This job is your business. You don't get paid by the hour. It's like any small business. That's right, Melissa. I agree with that. Rideshare boom. How Instacart was paying $7.40 for downtime. Right up until a couple of weeks before I signed on. I ran into one of the 2 other drivers in my area. Man. What's going on, Poppy? Not a cab. We don't need a TLC. Yep, like I said, only certain markets actually make you have different licenses and everything else. You actually have to register as a business. Thankfully, my market's not one of them. We don't even have fucking inspections anymore. When I first joined up, you know what I'm saying, they had inspections for a little bit, and then that's it. So we have nothing anymore. You can just sign up, become an Uber driver, blam, wham, ma'am, thank you, ma'am, and you're good to go. Even with Lyft, all you do is an online thing. You say, you just checklist. You're like, ding, 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 and bam. Inspection passed. Voila. Yeah, Florida's crazy. Remember that, okay, guys? It's crazy down here. Hey, how long have you been driving? A little over 3 years there, Carrie. The Juice, may I ask how many hours you drove for 14? Oh, you must be talking to somebody else. What is a TLC? Isn't that taxi, limousine, commission or something? Something like that. Some kind of special permit they have to have in New York. Yosef says, I'm in Miami, and I have been driving mornings, not making more than about $10, starting nights tonight to see if I can make it. Oh, damn, Yosef. Oh, remember, it's also near Christmas time. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. Early mornings and afternoon rushes are the best. How do I do private clients? You run them through the app. Give them your number, have them jump in your car, request the ride till you are the driver. Oh, I didn't get a drink. And then you just have them request you until you're the driver, and then you go on about your business. What's going on, Perry? Man, 154 people watching. I got 19 thumbs up and 2 thumbs down. What the hell? You ain't post a thumbs down me until after the video's done. I mean, come on now. Damn. Jesse says, can I join your video chat for the TLC issue? Man, I don't even know how to do any of that, honestly. Why do you think I haven't had any other guest people on my channel? I go to everybody else's channel because they say you have to do it off the computer. And I run everything off my phones. Like, this is on the phone. That's what I do. I do everything on the phones. Welcome to Finland. Winter is dark. Summertime sun shining 24/7. DLP, will we get the $17 plus the ride money? That's what I want to know, but I'm thinking no. See, that's another thing that can suck. You could end up doing more rides in that hour, which would have made you more than $17.22. So how is Uber going to take account of that? Or Lyft? You know what I'm saying? Or are you just only going to make $17.22? Because if that's the case, that's really going to suck. It'll make no more incentives for you want to do them long-ass trips anymore. You know what I'm saying? Get 3-4 short trips in an hour. None of that's going to be going anymore. What's going on, Tyree? How's that Uber Pro working out for you? Remember, it's in my market, but sadly, they didn't give it to me. Like, what the fuck, Uber? It's in my market, and I don't actually get to use the Uber Pro myself. It's kind of ridiculous. And V, the driver, says, why wouldn't you get both? Doesn't make sense. Exactly. None of it really makes sense. I have no clue on how this is going to work out and actually be profitable enough for Uber. Because we all know if everything does not meet Uber's bottom line, they change it to make it fit their bottom line. How about them Eagles? I know, right? How about them Eagles? Go Birds! Rideshare boom, it would just reverse the current strategy. Find a slow area and camp it. Yep, that's right, man. I'm sure a lot of people will be doing that. No doubt in my mind about that. Sit at home and play PS4 and get paid. That's great. Mimo. Oh, DLP says, I'm upstate New York, so sometimes we are waiting around for an hour for a ride, so it might work out. But if you're in upstate New York, that doesn't count as New York City, though, right? Because as far as I know, this is only in New York City. Jesse Soto says, over 100K drivers, and special thanks to IDG for fighting this. Well, you mean fighting for that, right, Jesse? Because the Independent Driver Guild, I'm pretty sure they're the ones taking credit for getting the minimum wage. Upstate is not TLC. Okay. How much tips are you asking for on your private trips? On my private trips, it depends on what all they want to do, but usually I average at least $50. And then whenever they call me up, I'm there to come do whatever they need. So at least $50 per client for the night on tips. Run both apps and make $34 an hour to do the trips on the couch. Marianne said, no, man, New York City, please work these rides like an honest blue-collar worker. Uber can be slow as 30% of certain riders. I just want to know how much they're going to raise the rates on riders. Because that's what they said in the damn article, is the fact of it's going to end up raising rates. To get tips, use the Smack-a-Bitch. That's right. $5, $10, $15. Hello, I am a police in computers. Did everybody see this guy comment? Centro, I can't say his whole name. He says, hello, I am a police in computers. Hey, you're so bad, I'll call you the police because you're sexually harassment of less than 12 years. Okay. That just makes no sense. You're talking about XL, but we UberX. That is good for us. See, I don't know. Samantha Scott, no, you missed it, but you didn't at the same time. In New York City only, guys, they're going to $17.22 is how much you're going to make. How do you handle your private clients? Through the app or cash through the dash? I like how that rhymed. But no, I run everything through the app because I don't have the extra insurance and special permits to be able to do ride hailing. So every time, all my private clients, I have them get in the car, open up the app, you know what I'm saying, they request until I am the driver. When I am the driver, then we can go on our merry way. We go where I want them to go. I drop them off. I have them call me up again when they want me to come pick them up. Rinse and repeat, do it over again, and then I get tipped. Usually they tip me as soon as I get in the vehicle the first time. So that way I have my incentive to keep going, you know, and drop whatever else I'm doing to make sure I come back and pick them up. They paid us $20 an hour before. I don't remember when they did that. I'm trying to shop and watch this. Just laughed out loud. Oh, Neva. Can we demand $15 an hour like McDonald's workers? Well, New York City, I guess the minimum wage is $15 an hour, so the McDonald's people are pretty happy up there. How hard is the industry going to fight this? Uber, I guess, didn't really make a statement today. They made a statement before everything was voted on. Uber, Lyft, and Juno is strictly app, which is considered FHV by app. It's illegal to accept a street hail. Yep, that's right. No street hails. Full-timers are okay with that per hour turning on the app. If they don't ping me, it's on them. All right, Centro, come on, dude. Chill out. Calm it down, though. What's going on, P.O. Trick? Melissa said, Dustin, someone complained to Lyft that I had a dash cam and my dash cam is pointed outside the car and Lyft threatened to deactivate me. Here in Arizona, it's a one-party consent on cameras. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. I'm pretty sure they must have said some other crap on you. So they had to, yeah, they made some other kind of false report on you. No doubt about that. Dominic said, Dustin, if they do this with Uber and Lyft, then everyone would work for Lyft. Lyft is better. Both Uber and believe someone else will create another company and correct all the flaws. That is true. And Lyft will probably get a lot more people at a time. But I think Lyft, you know, we all know Lyft follows Uber. No matter what, 99% of the time, Lyft follows Uber. BJs are not accepted by tips. Not if you're married, I guess, right? If you're not, hey, you do what you do, I guess. Even though I wouldn't recommend it. You know what? That's a sexual harassment just waiting to happen. Don't do that. There you go, Miami. I averaged $22 an hour in Los Angeles last week. $17 an hour sucks. I hear that, man. I hear that. And was that $22 an hour? Was that after your expenses or before? Because they're saying you're going to get $17.22 after expenses. So it'll be interesting. Uber us like the mob company and Lyft more business professional. Oh, that's funny. Oh, man. Jesse says, lame-o. Kevin, my brother who lives in LA, was deactivated today, they said, because of a random background check. All that is on his record is a no U-turn ticket from a year ago. He has 5 years and over 17,000 rides. Damn, that's messed up, man. Yeah, it really does suck about how those background checks are just gone crazy. Hey, what's going on, Gio? New York City just gave the apps a license to steal. Yes, they did, no doubt, man. And you know that's what's going to happen. That's why I want to know more about this. Like, if you're only going to get the $17.22 an hour, does that mean you're also going to get the fare? Or is that all you're going to get? You're getting nothing else. Has anyone else heard about Trip? New membership rideshare pyramid. Yes, we've all heard about Trip by now. The reason you have not heard me try to advertise Trip or anything like that, it sounds too good to be true. I hate to say it, but it just sounds so good that it just can't be true. So even with giving it the benefit of the doubt, I'm not going to advertise for it or anything else until it actually goes live, tells me exactly how much the fares are, what drivers get paid, all that good stuff. So I'm not even going to bother dealing with it at all. So I have heard about it, but I don't know if it's actually going to be legit or not. So until I know for sure, I'm just not messing with it. I'm just not even, I don't even talk about it yet. But it's referral-based system or whatever sound pretty cool. But like a lot of people said, it sounded like a pyramid scheme. But since I don't know more about it, I'm not messing with it. Did they email you too? Yeah, they emailed me, and like 200-300 other people emailed me. Hey, you heard about this yet? You should come on here. You know, you'll be able to use my info and everything, and we'll get in there on the ground floor. The ground floor. It's like, you guys realize I have a YouTube channel? And when I want to advertise for it, I will advertise for it, and I will do just fine. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like all these other people trying to get you. Like, yeah, man, use my code. Like, oh, hell no. I'm not using your code, so then I rack up all the people, and you make all that money off of me? Negative, Ghost Rider. That shit just is not happening. That's a Smackovich. Not 1 or 2 or 3, but 4. What's on, Timothy? Yo, Dustin, put put on your glasses. You're holding that screen close. That's just because of my eye, man. My eye making it harder to see. About 3 weeks ago, you were talking about not putting up with crap from customers, and you were telling about your last rider of the night story. I forgot what happened to you. Ended up saving me. Oh, that's what's up, man. I'm glad to hear that. God, so much crap happens at night. It's just hard to keep up with most of the time. And I'm in Florida, so it's like really crazy. Hey, Centro, shut the fuck up already, dude. God damn. I wish I knew I couldn't block his ass. He won't shut the fuck up. Dude, you're just saying the same thing over again. Chill out. And everybody keeps joking me. My neighbors joke, everybody. Dude, did your wife punch you in the eye? She smack-a-bitched you, didn't she, man? Nah, I was doing weed whack in the backyard, you know, edging it all up, and I couldn't find my safety glasses. It was my daughter's birthday on Friday, so I was trying to hurry up, and I did it real quick, and something hit me in the eye, and that was all she wrote. There's a symbol in the triangle shape. Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, and the trip thing, yeah, that thing looks kind of crazy. You can drop the hammer. I don't even know how to do any of that, dude. I don't have anybody mods. I don't have any of that stuff for YouTube. I don't do any of that stuff. Usually I don't have a bunch of assholes repeating themselves over and over again. AAA says, yeah, you already liked my comment. I replied a couple weeks ago. It's a long story, but I just watched your video 2 minutes later, ended up saving me. Well, that's good, man. I'm glad you paid attention then. And you saved yourself, because that's always good. We all have to look out for us. Was it marijuana that hit you in the eye? Man, that would make my eye go down. At least not just one. It would make both of them then. You know, I'd be like, oh, what's up? Hey, you're bad. I'll call you. What do you just copy and paste it over and over again? El Crapo. Yeah, whatever the hell his name is. Oh, just ignore him like we do the rest of the trolls. Don't feed the trolls, people. Don't feed them. Jesse says, yo, where's your green hat? Almost in every video. Yeah, that's when I didn't cut my hair. You know what I mean? So I finally cut my hair again. November was done with, so I could shave it. Get back to having hair. I wear the hat, but I like to switch it up. I don't like to have it on it. I noticed almost all my popular videos, I have that damn hat on. I was like, oh, go Eagles. I love the idea of riders paying more for rides in New York City. Yeah, they're going to have to. They're going to, like I said, they're going to have it. So, I have a rule that I strongly suggest people sit in the back seat, and somebody told me twice, if they don't sit up front and seat, they're going to throw up. You probably wanted to sit to rob me. That's possible, man. That's why I'm glad I love the van. When I talk to them, make sure who they are, I just click this button right here and the door opens up. You know what I'm saying? So 95% of the time, nobody sits up front unless I have 7 people. Other than that, they sit in the back. I'm guessing the Eagles aren't paying you for the advertising. No, I wish they were. But nope, they wouldn't have to. That's my team. Jesse says, while having passengers and you have gas, you let it go slowly and blame the vent on the outside the whole till the ride is over. Oh, you guys are crazy, man. Lauren Thompson. Some people do get car sick in the back, but better safe than sorry. That's true. And that is also why I tell everybody, don't go anywhere without your puke bucket. Puke bucket and bags. They are essential. They are essential. You must have them. Jim Beam, Chinese people also sit in the front. You guys are crazy, man. The things you guys talk about. But yes. So does anybody else think that this is going to be a good idea, though? I don't. Or should I say, how long do you think it's going to be before you hear drivers start complaining about the $17.22? Lots of drivers right now already complain about what we make. Now they're going to get the $17.22, and then I think they're going to realize that's not going to cut it either. I mean, let's be honest. I don't really think. That's what I'm thinking, too. I want to know what Uber and Lyft stipulations are going to be for giving you $17.22. That's got to mean you can't cancel those rides anymore. No more cherry picking. None of that stuff. I'm writing, though, provoking stimulation comments, and you're not reading them, Dustin. I'm sorry, Jacob. Here we go. Here, I'll read your other one. In New York City, you have every option to take public transport. If you're doing rideshare, then it's not unreasonable to ask you to pay extra. Now, if this was the Midwest, it would be harsh. Nah, yeah, I could see. I know New York does have a shit ton of transportation. What's going on, Car Exclusive? Where's all my thumbs up, people? I got 37, 130 people. Man, I'm getting gypped here. Sounds like an Uber employee. Dude, you're the best. You actually replied to your listeners. I'm following you for life. Thanks, AAA. Yeah, I replied to everybody. I try to reply to everybody on the comments and everything else. It just takes a while to get to them sometimes. Should be a minimum guarantee. See, that's right, Charles. I don't know if it's going to be a minimum guarantee. You know what I mean? So that means you could actually make more than $17.22, or I think you're going to be screwed making only $17.22. We're going to find out. I mean, I'm not going to find out, but I'll find out from you guys and other people telling me and other things. But I'm in Florida. Shit, it'll be a while before that ever gets here. Dustin is great with talking to the listeners. Thank you, iHeart. That's why I love you guys, man. You subscribers are awesome. We all try to help each other. And that is the best thing we can do. Jim Beam, I want to know why Dunkin' Donuts charges over $2 for a medium when Cumberland Farms is only $1 for any size. Chris, it's Uber cutting rates. They've already cut the rates. Uber cut rates 6 months ago. That's when everything started out. And just now, other markets are getting the actual rate decrease. You know what I'm saying? Where they're paying you less per mile and more per minute. So, I mean, this has already been happening like 6 months ago. So it was nothing new. That's why I had to tell people about it. I was like, so a lot of drivers and stuff didn't realize that this was already coming their way. That just goes to show you, though, it takes so long for Uber to implement one thing. And then by the time it gets everywhere else, it's like 6 months to a year. So with New York City doing this, if Uber actually goes with this, you know what I'm saying, they don't bounce on New York City, they have to pay these people $17.22. Then if it's going to happen anywhere else, it's most likely going to happen within a year. So you ain't got to worry about autonomous vehicles kicking us out now. Now you have to worry about minimum wage killing you. Because if we're considered employees, you will no longer get that miles write-off. And that miles write-off is what I like to get. Can you still make money doing rideshare? Yes. Yes, you can still, if you know what you're doing. What Poppy say? I don't want a minimum wage nor be an employee. I make shit happen for me. Don't want anyone's help. Damn right, Poppy. That's right, man. Thumbs up for Poppy right there. You guys, you know what I'm saying? We're all like in competition with each other in a way, but we can all still be respectful and help each other out in some ways. So that way we all make some money. Uber cuts rates, then throws us a bone with Uber Pro. Such a crock of shit. Yeah, I don't doubt that, man. You kill it, bro. Thanks, Nick. Ken says Uber cuts rate. Oh, I just said that. Blah-blam. Ed says, I wonder if there's a live stream from a New Yorker as we speak. I don't know. Anybody in New York City in here? We got 116 people still watching. Any New York City people in here? New York City. Not upstate New York. New York City. New York City. I know you're from New York City, but are you still in New York City right now? Are you still there? You know what I mean? Everybody in New York City, I'm sure, has a lot more, should have some kind of insight on all this stuff going on. Oh, look at Car Exclusive made $16.34 last week for 52 hours. Good? You think? Yeah, I'm going to say that's good, because even out of those 52 hours, you didn't drive all those hours. You were just online for 52 hours. So yeah, that's pretty good, man. Congrats. Good job. Jacob said, you don't make shit for you. Uber is the platform, network, and software. You just agree to accept, decline the ride. Maybe you can be strategic, but Uber charges terms. You just try to cope. That's true. We are adapting. We always have to adapt. Kip says, does the Lyft amp make any difference? Hell no. It's just a freaking another light. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little light up thing in your car. Upstate New York here. All right, anybody else in New York City? I need drivers in New York City. Ken says, Kip, it's like you get new rides. Okay, AAA, I agree. I don't need that minimum wage BS. Scott Yo says, it's been 53 cents per mile in Orlando for a long time, which really sucks considering that is the write-off. That is the exact amount of write-off we get per mile. And I'm in Tampa. So, yeah, you're like an hour away from me, Orlando. Uber makes my landlord happy. Regulator says, dude, 17 an hour. Do you think Cali would be the same? Hell no. Cali would probably be more. Isn't California more expensive than New York City? It's going to go off whatever the, the cost of living is for your market. Nope, across the pond in BT. What's going on? I like cat. Ill cat, ill cat. I like cat. Boston. Excuse me. Boston just had pay cuts, now regulation. Damn. Nick said, that's how it should be. We are an Uber team. We need to pull together, have to work the system in our favor since they're trying to discourage us. That's true. I mean, it doesn't like Uber or Lyft have any training programs for anybody. I mean, like, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? They don't have shit. All of us YouTubers and stuff are the ones that try to help people. So I don't know how everyone else feels about this. Personally, to me, 1722 can kiss my ass because I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I still make more than that. Unless they're going to giving me that much money, plus... You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be like a guaranteed I'm going to make at least $17 an hour. But if I make more than that, I better be able to keep my difference. That's the only time I can say this is how is this going to work. Oh, what's this say? 2 drivers. Oh, no. It's going too fast. Finland. Boston just had the pay cut. Orange County. 2 drivers in Finland. What's going on, John?
Smakovich 2.0.
What is that? Oh, I got a broom. The Smakovich 2.0. Oh, that's funny. Fucking neighbors even coming over messing with me. Your training is you having learned how to drive. 2 drivers in Finland and 1 in Germany, Dustin. You are international now. That's what's up. Thanks, Hart. The drivers will market will decide how in the long run this will plan out. That's right. That is right. But like I said, now I wonder what the next thing we're going to hear them complain about. You can't complain about Uber's cut and how much they're taking and everything else if you just busted ass to make sure you got $17.22 an hour. So that's why this is going to be very interesting to see how this all really plays out and the stipulations for Uber, because that's what I want to know too. Uh-oh, Amsterdam, what's going on, man? But that's what I want to know, how it's going to play out. What is the stipulations for Uber going to be? You know what I mean? Or in Lyft. You're going to be able to decline. You have to take every ride. You have to do what they say. They say jump. You say how high. I mean, that's what I want to know. I want to know how this is all going to work out in the end. But I know when more information comes across my way, I will make sure I will report it to everybody else. I love on how point you are. I love how on point you are on. I drive for Lyft, and they just cut rates too. Yep, that's right, Roxanne. But that's what I'm saying, though. A lot of people that says that just now you're getting your rate cuts, really, this should have been happening like 6 months ago. That's when it happened back down here in Florida. They changed all our stuff, and technically you're not losing a lot of money, and you're definitely not gaining a lot of money. But you're probably losing an average of $5 to $10 of a week, depending on how many miles you drove. I was in Lakeland for 10 years in the 80s and 90s. I missed the Strawberry Festival. Yeah, that's an awesome... I go there sometimes in Plant City. I'm not that far from there. I guarantee you Uber is going to make Pool bad for New York City. I don't doubt that at all. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with Pool. Pool, no. Oh, what's this? Jacob Reese. Dustin, please answer my question. What's your question, bro? Dustin, how can you... Oh, hold on. How can you spit on 17 plus an hour? Where I live, Walmart workers may make just $10 per hour. Now, you're right about that, Jacob, but I'm only saying the 17 an hour is BS in New York City, because in New York City, the minimum pay across the board is $15, which would be like down here in Florida, that'd be like a minimum wage job of $7.50. You know what I'm saying? So really $17, if it converted down here, is really like $9, $10. So you get what I'm saying? It's different where we all live. Where you live, you know what I mean? I don't know what the minimum wage is, but that's what I'm saying. That $17, it's really only $2.22 more than the normal minimum wage. You guys do help. I watched your videos about a month ago, trained myself. So before I started driving now, I've been doing it for 4 months, about 900 rides. Your videos and others will help me making mistakes. That's right. I'm glad to hear that, Nick. Boy, I hate to see if I was in your market. Oh, what are you guys talking about now? You lose when you can go fast. What's my longest Uber ride? My longest Uber ride's from here to what? What state's above me? Holy crap. It wasn't Georgia. And I was like 4 hours long. Five hours long was my longest trip. But that was also before the app would close on you every 4 hours and crap like that to make you have to re-request. That was before all that crap came into play. It's not 15 here yet. At the end of the year, that's what's happening. Ah, okay. From Finland to drink Jim Beam right now. Greenleaf says, in New York suburbs, waiting for a rider to come out of check cashing. She's been in there for 10 minutes. Do I hit the confirm stop button before or after first stop? I would definitely say confirmed it beforehand. See, most people I stop for, they just sit there and go in there and they come back out and change it. Tampa rates are low. I just ran back to Sarasota. Yeah, they're not as high as they used to be. Like I said, everything kind of sucks. Orlando, surprisingly, is the lowest. Jacob says, and Dustin, you're getting at least 50% more than minimum wage as long as you have a car with an age range. This is a no-skill job. You just drive for your guaranteed 17 plus. Again, remember, no boss. That is true, man. That is true. But I'm just saying, like 17, if that's what I'm saying. If they're saying the minimum is like also the maximum, if I could only make 17, 22 doing this gig, then it's not as good for me anymore. Wonder when they are going to change the rates here. 109 per mile, 21 a minute. It's really 14. I'm sure it'll all be coming soon. If it hasn't already changed, it will be changing soon. Damn, I should have got a drink. Almost an hour of talking nonstop. Like, yabba, uber duber. That's true, Jacob. I mean, it might. Yeah, more people may come in. You never know. By the way, I took your advice on Dashcam. Wondering what kind of life expectancy is the average for the data card. I mean, they last for at least a year or two. Don't leave that crap in your car too much. You know what I'm saying? Depending on if you're in a hot state, you don't have to fry. Common sense. Do you ever do XL and just shut off the X? Hell yeah, I do. How do you make out? Depending on the time and location where I'm at and stuff, hell yeah, I just put on XL only. Because then that makes sure if there's no Uber X people around me, guess who they go to? It upgrades to XL. T-Bolter, I love your videos. What is your opinion on taxes? To claim miles or expenses? Miles. You can't claim both. I claim miles. All day long. 10 tokens, flash ass. What? William says most drivers are lucky enough to make like 40 cents a mile overall, and you still lose money long term. Uber is way too cheap. Yes, this is true. Jagons, what is your rating? Mine is 4.93. It was 4.98 because of the Smakovich cheap Uber pullers. Yeah, that was funny. My rating on Uber is 4.85 or 86, and then Lyft I'm like 4.97. I don't know. For some reason, Lyft people don't, take the time to give you less than 5 most of the time. Sadly, Uber people do because they're always trying to get a fucking free ride. Yes, 4.8 is low. Don't get me wrong, but I did the night shift for so long. You know what I'm saying? Those drunk people not knowing how to work the app and crap. People just trying to get free rides from you. Ugh. But I don't care, you know what I mean? It's just a freaking number. As long as I can still go make my money, that's all that matters. As long as I'm not below a 4.6, I'm good, AAA, the definition of the worst customer in the world is any business is someone who wants something for nothing and has the attitude of wanting something for nothing. Take a sip, but here's the truth. If you don't have marketable skills or leverage earning power, you should not be in New York City to begin with. You should move or leave for cheaper. COL, New York City life is luxury. Though, by the way. Yeah, I agree, man. That's why I'm not in New York. Nope, I'm down here in Florida. Joseph Lockhart, I wonder if Dustin will see this message. Gotcha. AAA, when a customer is entitled and acts like they're in a limo. Yep, that's like 95% of the time. They get an XL. They're like, oh, we got all this room. Party time. I'm like, negative Ghost Rider. If Uber gives a free ride before they take it from the driver. T says, what do you... Oh, man, this shit goes up too fast. What more demand in your city? Uber or Lyft? My city, Uber is way more popular than Lyft. Cool, I'm headed to Jack's Airport in about an hour thinking about just sitting on XL to see how long I get something. Now, it is only Tuesday night. I don't know how profitable that'll be for an XL only on a Tuesday night. Just to let you know, man. All right, guys, we've been going on this for about an hour. I don't have a drink. My throat's getting dry. I want to thank you all for joining me. Give me my thumbs up, people. Everyone, where my thumbs up at? I got 117 watch, only 48 thumbs up. Man. As always, everybody, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys joining me on the live stream. We will all see what's going to happen in the future. I will definitely keep everybody updated as I find out. If anybody else finds out any extra information and whatnot, make sure you check the description below for my email and everything else there. You can always email me it. Let me know what's going on. Have any questions or tips on videos people might want to see or something like that. Everything's down there. So please, always make sure you check the description below for extra help, information, and tips. You keep doing your thing. You get your money. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't take crap from anybody. Smakovich responsibility. Responsible. Smakovich responsible. Thank you all so much for joining me on the live stream. And we will see how this plays out. Oh, my real estate gig. I'm still waiting to pass the state test, man. Let me tell you. State test, it's a bad mamma jamma. That thing is hard to freaking do, man. So hard. Do you think they should bring back Travis? Negative Ghost Rider. No, Travo. No. How much does the test cost? It costs $38 each time you try to take it. But I'll get it, man. I'll get it eventually. All right, everybody. Thank you all for joining. Everyone have a great night. Stay safe. Get your money. Don't take crap from anybody. And Uber.